आ ब्रह्म भुवनाल्लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनो अर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. Hello friends, this is the 16th shlok of the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, A Brahma Bhuvanal Loka, which means from the world of beings to the world of Brahma. Punaravartino Arjuna, which means the cycle of returning goes on, O Arjun. Mamupetya tu Kaunteya, which means on reaching me, but, O Kaunteya, Punarjanmana Vidyate, which means there exists no rebirth. So, in this shlok, Shri Krishna is telling Arjun that from the world of beings to the world of Brahma, the process of rebirth is continuing, but those who attain me, for them the rebirth does not really exist. So from this shlok we can understand the idea of rebirth, because there is a lot of confusion in this regard. So we can understand the idea of rebirth from this shlok, wherein Shri Krishna has said Punarjanmana Vidyate, which means the rebirth does not exist. So a lot of times people look at this and they say, oh, there are these lok that has been mentioned over here, which means there are different worlds, and so they think of these lok as different worlds which are different from this, but they picture all these worlds to be something similar. So they say, okay, like this universe, there are many other universes out there, and when you die you go to some different universe, or you go to some other universe which is higher, or some other universe which is lower. But looking at it like this is really going to be very hand wavy. I mean, you don't really have a proof of this, that there is some other dimension or things like that, and it's something which seems far-fetched. Now if you want to really increase the well-being over here, then you have to really focus on this world in itself and how you can improve situations over here. Now, I'm not really saying that there might not be other worlds. There might be other worlds, but since we are all present over here and we have to live our lives over here, the interpretation should be such that we can improve the situation of people over here. Because if you were to focus on other worlds and you say, okay, this world is not important, there are some other worlds over there, then people behave in a very wrong manner and it leads to the destruction of the society. So we should be very careful in terms of looking at things like that. So let's focus on this world in itself and see how this statement makes a lot of sense by focusing on this world in itself and not really bringing in any other external world. So if you were to look at life of two people, let's say the life of Adolf Hitler and the life of Swami Vivekananda, both of these individuals, they lived their lives in this world in itself, on this planet, but can you really say that they lived in the same world as such? Adolf Hitler, he was a racist, and his racist ideology led to the death of so many innocent people, while Swami Vivekananda was so powerful in his thinking that he brought an entire civilization out of slumber and helped them to face the challenges of an oppressive rule for a very long period of time. So you cannot really say that the two people, these two individuals, they lived in the same lok. They were actually living in a very different world altogether. One of them was living in a lower world, Adolf Hitler, while the other one was living in a much higher world, Swami Vivekananda. So the different lok are basically different levels of knowledge in which people live. An ant, which is a very lower level of knowledge, is living in a different world than a scientist who has a much higher level of knowledge. So the lok of Brahma is the lok which is that level of knowledge wherein a person has a very deep understanding of how this universe actually functions, to the level wherein he can create many new things. So a level of scientist is actually moving closer and closer to the level of Brahma, while a level of an ant is a lower level, which is but even if you were to really develop the knowledge about this entire world, that still is subject to change. So that is what Shri Krishna is saying over here, that from the level of the beings to the level of Brahma, the process of birth and death continues. This process of creation and destruction is continuing, because that is still limited to this physical world. Now if a person were to go beyond this and were to realize that he has a nature which is beyond this changing world, then he will go to the level wherein he is going to the level of Sri Krishna. And at that level of understanding, wherein you understand that you truly are not this body, you are not really limited to this physical world, then you will realize that there is no rebirth over here. At that level, there is no rebirth. The thing is continuing. It's like that continuous flow of consciousness which is there inside us. If you were to listen to the anahat sound of Om, if you were to look at your true nature, which is unchanging, which is only observing these changes over here. So if you were to go to that level, then there is no rebirth over there. So that is what Sri Krishna is saying over here, that there is change, there is birth and death at lower levels of understanding. But at the higher level of understanding, which is beyond this physical world, if you were to attain that, then there is no rebirth. Then you know that this body comes, new body comes, but me who is beyond this body, that never really changes. So that doesn't mean that you will stop experiencing this world, or you will that the body will not really be born and reborn, and that's not what's going to happen. You will be one with that supreme nature of yours, and that at that supreme nature there is no birth or no death. So when there is no birth, then there is no death also. So that is the level of understanding at which you have to go. That doesn't mean that that this cycle will stop, and you will go to some location somewhere and then you will live over there forever. That's not what it is. It's the level of understanding. If you have that level of understanding wherein you say that your true nature is the divine consciousness which is present in all beings, and this entire creation is basically standing on that divine consciousness, then there is no birth or death over there. So that is what Sri Krishna is saying over here. We have to understand that we have to realize that understanding. It's all a matter of understanding. It's not like me as identifying myself with my ego over here, as in Rahul. I will go to some location wherein I will not take birth then. It's not like that. It's just the understanding that I am not Rahul. I am that divine consciousness. And that divine consciousness is eternal and unchanging. And for that divine consciousness, there is no birth, there is no death. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.